Hi everyone, so today we will be making this yarn woven flower. This part's paper plate in case you can't tell. This is what the back looks like. So yeah. So what you're going to need is a paper plate, a Sharpie if you just want to make it a little more darker and easier to see the marks you're going to make, a pencil just so you can erase if you need to. Look how cute he is. I recommend a little piece of paper to help you with the petal parts so you can make it more even. I'll show you what you do with this in a minute. Scissors. I'm going to be using white yarn for the base main part, and then for the other parts I'm going to be using this purple, this blue, and this pink. But yeah, you can use whatever colors you want, obviously. You could even color your plate if you wanted. It's up to you. The first one I do is I take your plate. I already did it. You want to mark out evenly spaced mark, which you can see from this side a little bit, but it won't matter because I won't care later. But this way, 1 petal, 2 petal, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's how I marked them based on the ridges in my plate, but you can always just measure and stuff like that. So once you have that done, come back. Did you do it? Are you done? Okay, good. So now what we gotta do, take a piece of paper, which I already went and marked from the edge of this piece of paper to this little mark right here. I don't think you can see it, is how wide one of my petal spaces is between the 2 black dots. So I'm gonna fold it in half, but it's only gonna end right there. I'm gonna check one last time, make sure I have my measurement right. Let me check that edge. Nope, that marker is wrong. What did I do? So you want to figure out how wide your space is on your piece of paper. You want it to be on like the inside of the dot a little tiny bit. I don't know what I did, but I did it wrong. And then I'm going to just mark right here where I want that to be. And you could just obviously, it's going to be easier, so I'm just going to do it. That's that one, right? Because I got so many dots on this paper now, I got to make sure I got the right one. Nope, it's that one. Perfect. I'm just going to cut the extra paper off. Try to make it straight and perfect as you can. Like that, and then I don't need this little piece, it's easier. Now I take this and I want to fold it in half. This way it'll be symmetrical. Because it's just easier to be symmetrical. Fold it in half. So that's half the width. So now you want to take you can either just cut it if you feel okay with that, or you can kind of sketch it out with a pencil. You don't have to use the whole height of your paper, however much you have either. I'm going to draw mine off camera because it'll be easier, and I'll come back. So I'm back. And that's what happened. Like I put black Sharpie dots on it so you can see it a little better. It doesn't matter if it has Sharpie dots when they show through anything because it isn't going to be used as just your pattern. So once you have it drawn on one side, leave it folded in half, and then cut on that so that it cuts on both sides and it makes it even on both sides. I'm just going to cut it just the way I drew it, just the way I like it, like that. Throw away the extra bits that you don't need. And you open it up and it looks like that. That's just what I want. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably do it off camera because it'll be easier. So I'm going to have to cut the little thing. I still made it a little too big. I'm going to cut smaller. And you need to just put this in so that the tip. I actually am going to cut mine a little shorter too because like when I have it lined up here it sticks off the edge. So I need it to only be like that. So I'm going to cut the bottom edge up a little bit. And then you want to trace it onto your carb onto here so that you can go through and cut it and they're all even and nice. But yeah, I'm going to readjust my pattern and then I'll be right back. I'm back again. So yeah, I cut it a bunch shorter than it was before and I cut more on the sides. Just make sure if you're dressing your pattern, to fold it in half before you cut it so that both sides end up the same, or otherwise you'll have to even it out yourself and that won't always look as nice. Unless you're really good at freehanding scissors. So it looks a little more something like that. And then you want to go through and line this up and you want to pencil it on. You could Sharpie it too, but I don't see any reason to do that as long as you can see the pencil marks. I only put the black dots there so you could see them better. But yeah, so I'm going to do that off camera because it'll be easier. But yeah, just go through and draw on each of your petal shapes with your pattern, or just freehand it. If you can skip the whole pattern making process and just freehand it, it's up to you. But yeah, I'll be right back and you do that too. If you decided to watch on instead of doing that first, I'll give you a little tip. Tape this side on. I found that out when I was doing it, because then you only have to hold down this side while you're tracing. You don't have to hold it down too, and just tuck there, and you can just peel it right off and then stick it. I only use a piece of tape the whole time. It has hair in it, gross. So I'm done with this. Now all I gotta do is cut this out. So you just cut on the lines and you're good. So again, it's be boring to watch me just cut it out, so I'll do it off camera and I'll be back. So I'm back. I got it all cut out like this. And the black dot's still on the back, but I don't care. What you can do next is take whatever color yarn you're going to use for the crossing stuff, but I'm using this white because I feel like it. And it won't show up too much, and I want it mainly to be the main colors I picked out. What you want to do is take this and pop it like this, go straight across, and then go to the back, and then tie it in a knot, which is going to be hard to show on camera, so you have to just figure it out and make it a little bit loose, but not too loose, and a little bit tight, but not too tight. And then tie it like 2 knots. So it's sort of like, I can still get my fingers under it, but like, it's not like gonna pop off. And then you want to go, the yarn is like this or somewhere, and just go whichever way you want to the next one like that. So it goes around like that, and then just go down to the next one. You can do whatever order or anything you want. I'm just going around like this because that's what I think I want. And then go like that. Get them all wrapped. And go to the back and cut it off so you have a little bit extra. Now you're done with the white yarn. So you have it like, this is the back. The front looks like really nice and the back is like that. You want to just take it and then you can actually, if you didn't cut off the little tail end of your last knot, you can just tie it right to that because it'll work perfect. Remember, not too tight, not too loose. Like, just perfect. And now I'm going to have to tie it in 3 knots versus 2 knots like I did last time because I figured I'd tie it like this. And then you can cut this extra yarn off because you don't need it. So then, that's what that looks like. So now what you need to do is pick out which color you're going to use first. I think I want pink to be like on the outside, so I'm going to go purple, blue, pink for my color pattern. So yeah, I'll grab the end of my purple yarn. Gotta make sure it comes out right, like this. And then here, I'm going to just go right in here, go underneath all the yarn like this, and just go straight through, like that, and tie it in a knot. So it's like straight across from itself like that, but like right across the crisscrosses of all the other yarns. So like tie it in a knot, and tie it in another knot so it doesn't undo because you don't want it to fall apart, because that wouldn't be fun. And then cut off the extra. And then pull out a whole bunch because you have to cut it off because you'd be sewing this through. Which I also forgot to mention, you're going to need a large yarn needle. I forgot to mention that. I am sorry. So if you don't have a large yarn needle, you did all this for nothing. I'm sorry. So I'll get my large yarn needle. I'll be right back. So I got my large yarn needle, but you don't really need it. You could just weave it through with your fingers if you wanted to sit there and be that tedious. But I'm just going to use a large yarn needle because it's easier. So take your end of your yarn and just put it through the eye of your needle. Because that is what you do with needles. And then you start, so we figure out where to start. I'm going to just start here. So I'm going to go under, over, under, over, and then I'm just going to pull it out. Pull it through, because you don't want to pull it all the way through every single time. It'll take you a long time, so you want to weave through a couple. But yeah, then I went over that one. I'll go under this one, over, under, and then I'll pull it through. And basically just do this over and over. And the reason you want it a little loose is because you put all that yarn in there, it's going to get a little tighter. And then I'm going to go over this one, and under, and over, and under. And just pull it all through. You know, pull it somewhat tight, so it's like in there. And then I'm going to go over, and under. I'm gonna go over this one, under this one, over this one, under this one. You could, and then if you did like an uneven number or something of strings somehow for white ones, it'll like go back and forth. This way it'll kind of just be like the same, like this white will always be over top and this one will always be under. That's just what I wanted to do. I'm gonna go over this one, under, over, under. Basically, you just kind of go the same exact ones under each of the strings every time. And just let it kind of grow on top of itself. And don't pull it too tight, so otherwise it'll coil up. You want to kind of like flatten and go out a little bit. Basically, you just do this a bajillion more times. Like I said, you could do it with like your fingers or something. It's just easier with a needle. You can just stick it right through. And just pull it all over. You want a long piece of yarn so you can use a whole bunch of it to go around. So it's going to tie on you every once in a while. And that yarn didn't go where it's supposed to. You want to kind of get your yarn to always go towards the outside. But I also have hair involved in this somehow. I don't know how. Hair does not mix well with yarn. So basically, yeah, you just kind of keep doing that, and it'll eventually keep growing outward as you go. So yeah. I'm going to do more purple, and then I'll be back to show you when I'm going to switch to my blue. So just keep going like this until you you'd say like a third of the way done, because I'm only going to go through each color once. Or, if you're going to go through 4 colors, get a fourth of the way done. Whatever, how many colors you're using, do that. I'll be right back. So I'm back, and I got the zippable done. It looks something like that. It's like really getting kind of thick and stuff, so yeah. It takes a bunch of yarn, because you have to make it that thick, because that's how it works. And now I want to use blue. So now I'm going to take it and I was going to tie the purple end to the blue end and just tie them together. Sorry, I can't show you, it's really kind of hard to hold it up in the sky and do it at the same time. Now I'm going to cut the little bit of extras off. So now it's connected. Now I need to take my blue yarn, pull out a whole bunch so that I can cut it off and sew with it. And that looks like good to me. So now I'm going to take the end of my yarn, put it through the needle. Maybe it'll go like that. And then it's right here. But to make it different and not just keep going the same top of itself, I'm going to go like this. And this one right here, I've been going over it the whole time. I'm going to go under it, and then over this one, and under this one, so that it gets reversed. So it'll make it even more tight and stuff when you put more yarn in it. Over, and then under, over, and then under, and then I'm going to pull it all the way through. And make sure your yarn doesn't like get hooked around one of the petals, because that'll just be annoying. Then you just pull it all the way through, which takes a little bit when you have a lot of yarn. I'm just using my other hand to kind of hold all the rest of the yarn in place so it doesn't get moved and stuff and weird. And just keep going until it all gets pulled to where it needs to be. And try to make it so that your knot ends up somewhere where you can't see it as well, or just wrap it a whole like a majillion more times and it'll get covered up. So there, my blue yarn's connected. So now you just keep going where you make it so you go in under and over the opposites of where you did for the first color, and just make it like it just gives it the effect and it has it all stay together better. So just do that, and then I'll be back when my blue's done. So I got the blue done. So now I got my pink I'm going to tie on, like I did last time. Again, you can't really see it real well because it's hard to hold it up in the sky and tie a knot at the same time. Just imagine what I'm doing. Just tie your yarns together. Or if you're just doing one color, you can skip the switching and just wrap and wrap and wrap until you're done, and then watch the end of the video. Now I'm going to cut off the extra of my yarn. And I already cut off a bunch of pink yarn because I wanted to just do it because my ball of pink yarn is weird because of how much I've used of it. But yeah, find the end, just right here. Feed it through my needle. And again, like last time, remember how if you look at it real close, you can see how the whites are opposite now. We're going to do it again so that it's the other way again, so that just because. So it'll be the same way the purple was, but with the pink. So instead of going over this one like we did with the blue, I'll go under it, and then I'll go over this one, and under this one. And as you do more, as you see it switched over where this one's easier to get under and stuff, like the way the purple was in the beginning. And you want to pull this through. Which when you have a lot of yarn, it can take a while. Like that, and then you go under this one that you would go over before, and under, and over and under, over and under, and then you just pull it through. And pull it through. And just keep going until you get like done or whatever. It's gonna be real hard to get all the way to the edge, so I'll probably just go as close as I can get until I run out of pink yarn. That's what I did with the other one. I just went till I kind of ran out of yarn, and it turned out the way I like it. So yeah, again, this is a long and kind of boring process of weaving. So now that you kind of know what to do, again, I'm gonna go off camera and do it because it would be boring. My video ended up like 4 hours long. So yeah, I'll be back. Or not. I've got the pink done. It looks like this, but as you see, I still have a bunch more I could do. I just don't want to do more pink and have it be like uneven, so I decided I cut a strand of each color, and I'm going to do one chunk where it's all three like mixed together. You don't have to do this. You can do it. I'm just doing this because I want it to look different. So again, I'm going to take the two ends and tie them together. Again, it's hard to show you. Then I'm going to cut the little bit of extras off. And there, it's attached. And now I have to find the other end. It's a little harder to do with 3 strands of yarn. I gotta make sure it's all evenly, everything. I gotta make sure I slide my fingers across so it's all even and nice on the end. And my ends aren't even, so I'm going to cut off the extra parts that aren't even just because I want it even, make it easier. And I'm going to put these 3 through, which is going to be a little bit hard. I think I'm going to end up taking a different piece of yarn. Which is one piece by itself. There's a little white scrap I have from when I tied the other parts on. I just have laying here because I didn't throw them away yet. Pull that through. Then I'm going to put the 3 strands through this loop. And then I'm going to just pull this white back through, which will do it. Yep. A lot easier than trying to thread them all through at the same time and not knock the other 2 out and stuff. So then I'm just going to go like I did before. And I'm going to, since there's going to be pink, it's going to still be there. I'm going to leave that over top. And then here, I'm going to go over. Actually, yeah. So, again, I'm going to switch it. So that's how I normally would go over this one. I'm going to go under it. And also, you could do the whole thing, triple-stranded or double-stranded, and it would go faster if you're threading more yarn through it. And then I'm going to go over this one, under this one. Over this one, under this one. And make sure you pull the yarns all equally. So over this one, under this one. So try to pull it, yeah, all of it's all even. And over this one, and under this one. So there, it looks like that, and I'm just going to keep going around, and I'll come back again when it's done. If you're done with all of the wrapping already, just skip to the end, and I'll show you how to tie it off and finish it and stuff. So yeah, I'll be back. So now, it's officially, like, done. It's just got to be finished. So yeah, I'm going to take this yarn. I'm going to take one piece at a time. I'm going to start with the blue one. I'm going to go back and into this one where I went over it, and I'm going to just tie it onto that. the knot will hopefully end up like mostly underneath the rest of the weaving and stuff. As long as you don't like pull on it real hard and stuff, you don't have to make your knot super tight and super perfect. You just gotta not like whip it around like a frisbee or something. So I'm just gonna tie that off there. Cut off the extra. Then I'm gonna tie off the pink one. And then I'm gonna just tie it off again. Kind of 2 knots for each one. I did 2 for the blue. And I'm gonna cut off that extra. I'm gonna tie off the purple one. Tie it off again because 2 knots is just safer. Cut off the extra. Now I'm going to kind of just smush those down so that they kind of end up just behind that and you don't see them. So now you could be done and just like set it on a shelf or whatever, but I want to change out my backdrop and use this. So I got a chunk of pink yarn. I'm going to just take this, figure out how long I want my hanger to be. I'm going to look at this here. You can figure out yours own because it's not going to be the same as mine probably. I'm going to make it a loop so I could like hang it somewhere else too, but I'm going to just end up taping it right there because that's what I do. That looks good to me, so I'm just going to make a knot right here. Because I'm going to make it a loop just so I can hang it somewhere else too, because I might as well make it have 2 purposes. And I'm just going to cut off this extra stuff here, I don't need that. Take this loop. And since mine, the way the yarn ended up, I have it closer to the top, I'm going to just take these 2 pieces right here, the crisscross, the one that goes this way, and the one that goes this way. Sorry, I'm looking at it in the camera, and it's backwards and weird. And just go through both of those with this loop. And then I'm going to just thread it through itself like this, so that it ends up like that, sort of. And then it just hangs, and I can hang it up, because I've been using some of this stuff for a while. So yeah, if you like weird crafts like this, I don't know what they are really, it's pretty and weird, but yeah, give it a thumbs up, comment down below any ideas you have for more, and subscribe. Bye!